What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Ariel. Today I'm going to do a video on my contour, my highlight, how I do that, what I use, all that kind of stuff, my routine, and basically how I brighten up my face. So if you want to see that, if you want to see what I use, if you want to see how I get it to look like this, then keep watching. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, if you guys have any questions on my makeup, I will list all the details below in the description. And I also, I've actually had a few questions on the eyelashes that I've been wearing. So, I actually have codes. So, if you guys like my lashes, if you want lashes too, and you want some money off your lashes, then use my code, and it's Azurita Lashes. I will leave the code here. It will also be in the description box below, along with the link to the website so you guys can purchase some lashes yourself. Oh my god, I never realized how weird I look without contour or highlight. But then I've never done like a full face without contour and highlight. It looks like I look like, I don't know, it looks like I'm missing something. Okay, so like I said, it's going to be a contour and highlight video, but I'm going to, I always highlight first and contour after. Just my preference, usually for like deeper skin tones, if you highlight first, sometimes you don't have to contour as much, or you know exactly where to put your contour because it's contrasting, right? So when you highlight on a deeper skin tone, your contour comes out, and then if you contour on a fair skin tone, then your highlight comes out. Make sense? Okay, so I've already concealed under my eyes with my Shape Tape, but I didn't set it yet because ever since I did that Kim K video, I really liked how my under eyes looked when it was insanely highlighted. So I started using this on a regular basis just to highlight under my eyes. So it's the Maybelline Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles, and again with the shade, I don't know man, the shade thing is really throwing me off. It says Neutralizer 20N203. Hopefully that means something to somebody. I wonder if I go back to buy this, if I'd even be able to buy it. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so I go in with this right under my eyes. Wrong way. And I just stipple it in a triangle. Like I make a triangle. Kind of a triangle, you know? And then on my forehead, I never used to do this much, but these days I've been liking the way it comes out. And then on the bridge of my nose, chin. And Cupid's bow. Okay, so I don't use cream contour, so I'm really just gonna blend this in and then go with my powders. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and blend this guy in. I love the way highlight looks though. Like, I don't really like to use cream contours, but cream highlights I think are the best. And it could be, I think any cream highlight works really well. I feel like you can't really go wrong with cream highlights. It's just really concealer. Like, you can't really mess that up, you know? But then again, I guess you could. And then right under my eyes. See, that shit is so much brighter than my regular under eye brightener. Okay, so if you crease a lot, for people who like instantly crease, I used to instantly crease, now not so much, but the best way to do it is try your best not to look down, even though it's hard when you're doing it yourself. But as soon as you could do one eye at a time actually, as soon as you blend in your concealer, just set it right away. Because once it creases and you set it, it's gonna stay that way. There's no going back from that. So the faster you set it, the less chance you have for creases. So because this is so bright already, I really have no need to like bake under my eyes for this, because That shit is bright. Forehead. I don't like to set my forehead too much because I have little lines in my forehead. It could be dehydration lines, it could be I don't know what else, but I just don't want those lines to show, so I really don't put too much powder up on my forehead. And then a little on my nose. There. And then because I do contour my nose, I take a little bit of the powder and then just hit the bridge, or not the bridge, sorry, hit the side of my nose, because this is really going to help when I contour my nose to slim it down. So just the sides, not all the way. So what it's going to be basically is it's going to go highlight on the end and then contour and then highlight in the center. But this, I've recently started doing this, even though I know this is like a big deal for like big beauty gurus, but it actually really helps. And I've always found myself having like big nose probs, but this takes it away. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't bake under my eyes for this, just because I feel like I already have a lot of highlight going on. Like I feel like I'm pretty whited out right now actually. Okay, so to contour my face now, I'm using my Marc Jacobs, what's it called? Instamarc in Mirage. And this guy's so nice, it's so big, and I mean, why buy a whole palette when you really only need 2 shades, right? So I'm going to take my contour shade on my nice big fluffy Sephora brush, and it's number 59. And then I'm going to start right at my hairline, and I'm just going to stipple in the product there. And because this brush is nice and fluffy, I don't have to worry about it coming out too streaky. Because once I stipple it on, that way I'm packing on the product and really darkening the ends, well, the corners closer to my hairline, and then I'm going to just drag the excess product forward. So, and then blend out whatever's left. For me, this is the perfect way to contour. It really shapes my face really nicely. And then this way I feel like there's no harsh lines, it's softly blended. It's not too dramatic, and it looks structured rather than looking plastered, caked, you know? So same thing, starting at the tip of my ear, right at my hairline, putting in most of the product there, stippling it out, and then dragging it forward. For me, I think finding the right brush was key to getting the perfect contour. I was using so many different brushes because I was just recommended those brushes, and they really didn't do anything for me. But with this brush, I'm able to use it for like an everyday contour to really just sculpt my face and give it a nice blown out effect. And then if I'm going out, if I want something super dramatic, because it's like it has like a tapered edge, I could use that tapered edge and really just pack on the product and give it more of a dramatic contour. But for now, when I do it for like an everyday, I really focus on using the side of the brush rather than straight on, because in that way it's going to give it more of a gradient effect rather than a straight cut. Okay, so then I'm going to go back in, take a little bit back on my brush, and then right on my hairline up here, I'm really just going to stipple it in. Again, using the side of the brush, not the tip. And just blending it into my hairline. And then just at the underneath my chin, just to sculpt my jawline a little bit. I don't do this very often, but it helps. Okay, so to contour my nose, I'm just taking, okay, so I have this little random brush. It's like a flat, I don't know if you can see, it's a flat brush, but it's an angled brush. No, it's not flat, it's circular, but it's like a circle. It's like a, what is that, a cylinder? I don't know, but it's round, okay, it's a round brush, but the top of it is flat, so it could really press pigment in, but it does have an angle to it. So I'm not really sure where you can get a brush like this. I'm sure there are brushes like this, I just don't have. This is from like, I don't even know, this is probably from like Winners or something. But I use this, I really like this for contouring my nose. So I pack the pigment right on to the flat edge of the brush. And then when you're contouring your nose, you always want to start from you always want to start where your brow is and then work your way down. You never want to start in between, because then that way you're kind of just floating a contour in the middle of your nose. Okay, so starting from the corner of your brow, just work your way through your nose, and you're focusing on the ends of your nose and then the bottom. So what that's going to do is just going to slim the two ends and create an illusion that it's smaller than it actually is. So the purpose of me putting the powder on the end here was so that the contrast from my contour really makes it look smaller than it actually is. Last step before I highlight with like a shimmer highlight, I go in with my, this is a MAC powder. It's called, okay, so this is a MAC shaping powder and it's called Soft Focus. It says B42. So I'm just going to take a flat brush. This is the same brush I set my under eye with. I'm just going to go in with that. And then right under my eyes, I just pack that on. I feel like this is such a nice soft highlight. Even though we did highlight under the eyes before, I think this just really tops it off. I like to put an extra brightening powder under my eyes, just because under your eyes really, once your under eyes are flawless, it really gives the illusion that your entire face is flawless. So I'm just adding this a little bit on my forehead, and then a little bit on my chin, and a little on my nose. I really like the finish that this powder gives off. It's super soft, and I feel like it really adds that extra brightness for my under eyes. Okay, now for our last step. So this is the fun part. Using my new Anastasia AMREZY highlight that I showed in my last video. If you didn't see that, go check that out because that was fun. I'm just going to highlight the highest points of my cheekbones, my nose, and a little bit on my temples. So I'm just taking my fan brush, going into my highlighter, and then right at the highest point of my cheekbones, just placing my highlighter there, and then right on my temples, just creating that C. And that's just going to give the illusion that, actually highlighter gives a lot of illusions. It gives the illusion that you are hydrated when you may not be. It gives the illusion that you are glowing when you may not be as well. And then it also really brings up your cheekbones. So a lot of people want those like full, like almost looking like filler cheekbones, and highlighter will definitely help with achieving that. So just on my cupid's bow, chin, and then just to finish off my nose, right on the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on the tip and the sides. Okay guys, so that is the end of my video. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something. It was really just how I contour, highlight, and then shimmer highlight. So I've kind of changed the way I highlight and contour in the past little while, so I thought I would share with you how I do it now. I think now that I do it, it's like more of a routine rather than just like concealing under my eyes and then maybe putting some powder. I like the way it comes out now. It does brighten up my face a lot more, and like I said, when you brighten up your under eyes, your whole face looks flawless. So that's the goal. I hope everyone has flawless under eyes after this. Hope you guys like this. If you like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something new next time. Bye!